Welcome. This short video is for DBMM beginners who've read the rules and want to know how to play better.
This is a basic DBMM tactic that is about screening your strike force. Many armies in DBMM have a very powerful strike force. It might be warband, as in this case with the Gauls, or it might be Knight F for the Normans. The challenge for those armies is to get their strike force into the right target, and often those strike forces are pretty clumsy and their enemy is more mobile than they are. So you see in this case the Gauls are going up against the Romans. There are 3 Blade O and 5 Auxiliary S. The Romans have lined up their auxiliary with the warband because they want the auxiliary to fight the warband and keeping the warband out of the fight. If the Gauls move their warband in order to take on the blade, the Romans will just switch their 2 forces, and because they're not clumsy, they will be able to do that with a few pips. To prevent that, the Gallic player screens his warband with these auxiliaries. That they might be Ligurian allies, for example. So what does that mean? That means that he moves the auxiliaries up into the position where they threat zone the Romans. That means that they will be unable to maneuver. They won't even be able to run away and go backwards because they would have to move as individual elements, and they'll never have enough pips to do that with the whole line. So the screen has pinned the main Roman line. Now the reserve, it's very important that it stays beyond march blocking distance because it needs to maneuver. So with this one, we'll be maneuvering. The warband is going to turn to the left. That will be a 2-pip move. It will then advance forwards 1 extra move. That's 1 extra pip. And then if it has the pips at the end, it will turn back into line. And that will be a 3-pip move because it's not just maneuver changing formation for clumsy, but it's its 3rd move of the turn. So it would need 6 pips total in order to do that. That tells you that the clumsy troops need to have high pips, and also frequently putting the C&C in with them will make sure that they got the pips to maneuver, and it's useful to have them in a different command to the screen so that both can move at the same time. Okay, so that's the move of the warband. The Romans will probably go in and fight the screen, since their main hope is to destroy the screen before the warband arrives. Okay. I won't go through the full lineup that the warband will go in. They will be able to sidestep to line up with the troops in front of them, and they will take a couple of turns in order to get to the front line. Now by that time the Romans might have done some damage to the screen, but that doesn't matter. If, for example, one of the auxiliary is killed, that creates the hole for the warband to go in onto the Roman blade that they're now lined up with. Also, it's not a problem if the auxiliaries get pushed back. That will create a hole. And because the warband are impetuous, they are able to go through friendly troops, who, even if they're in threat zone. The auxiliary will do 1 recoil, 2 recoil, 3 recoils, because they're gone through by 3 elements of warband, and then the warband will charge in impetuously. So even if the auxiliaries are pushed back, it will still be possible to get the warband in. So this is a important tactic that will help you to maneuver your strike force. Their foot work well as a screen for warband. The light horse can work well as a screen for knight f. And the critical thing is to keep your strike force far enough behind your screening line that it can maneuver, but close enough to be able to go in quickly when you've got the matchup that you want.